All right, so this video is all about the best places to live in Temecula, California if you have kids. So we're going to talk about what makes Temecula so great, what are the best areas to live in if you have a family and if that's a priority, with you making the move here. So hopefully give you guys some good information and help you decide if Temecula is the right area for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I am a realtor and team leader for the Short Real Estate team here in Temecula, California and Murrieta, California at Keller Williams. And this video is all about the best places to live in the city of Temecula if you have kids. So we're gonna talk about what I think makes Temecula so great, why it is such a great place to raise a family. I'll give you my perspective as a parent. I have two young kids, age 6 and 8. And why this is the area that we plan to stay in and where we're raising our kids, and why I think it's such a great place to grow a family. So I'll give you some of my perspective, but before I get into all the info, if you are liking real estate videos like this, please do me a favor, please hit like, please hit subscribe. So we have new videos that are coming out each and every week. We have all types of good stuff about market updates, best neighborhoods, worst neighborhoods, all about the cities of Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee. If you guys, and then on top of that, if you guys have any real estate questions, of course I would love to hear from you. So you can feel free. You're going to see my information down below, or you're going to see it at the end of the video. I have people that reach out to me all the time. I'm always happy to help answer any questions that you may have, about the area or any of the surrounding neighborhoods, etc. Or of course, if you would like myself or my team to help you out with your home search, we'd love to help you do that as well. So would love to hear from you guys. Like I said, you can call, you can text, you can email, and would love to hear from you soon. So we'll get into the kind of the video here. So again, talking about the the best areas to raise a family here in Temecula, and I gotta tell you this. I guess this video is a little bit of a hook, and because really the true answer is in the city of Temecula, there really is not a bad area to raise a family, and there's really not a bad area to live in if you have kids. So I know, I guess it's kind of a hook on the video title. So I guess it was my intention, but in general, this is a question I get from people all the time, right? Is, hey, what's the bad area I want to live in? What areas I want to stay away from in Temecula, right? And really, the truth is that 99 to 100% of the city of Temecula is a really great area to live in. There's really not a bad neighborhood. There's really not a bad area. There's really not a bad city. There's really not like a bad side of town that you don't want to go on, right? And I think that comes from people that maybe live in bigger cities, or maybe were developed at different times over the years, right? Where there's like, hey, the bad side of the tracks. And really the thing is, where we're at, it's a newer suburb area. The city was built, like the oldest homes, like the oldest tract homes, I guess, were built in like 1985, 1988, right around there. The majority of the city was built between 1995 and 2005, and then there's still new construction that's even finishing up today, right? So because of that, it's a newer area. Really, it's grown a ton in the last decade. There was, before 2000, there weren't very many people living here. Between 2000 and 2010-ish or so, it grew a ton. It probably 10x in population, and then since then it's probably doubled or tripled. So the area's grown a ton over the last 20 years, right? And because it's newer, because there's so many of those those big developers that have come in, built the homes, built the communities, built the parks, built all the infrastructure, built the shopping, built the mall, all that. Like, it's all really new. It's all in really good shape. And really a lot of it is the city, and the city of Temecula does a really good job taking care of the area. They're very strict as far as, they're not allowing a lot of riffraff. There's a big police presence. There's a big military presence in the area. It is a very safe area, and because of that, it's really, the whole city is going to be really nice. So the other thing I wanted to mention in the video, besides, hey, Temecula's a nice place, is the reason it's such a great area to raise kids and to raise a family, and why we are, myself, my wife, and our two kids, why we plan to stay here for such a long time, is one, it's a great school district, right? So the public school system is awesome. There are some really good private school options if you want to go that route. But for me, I think it's a huge advantage of living here, is taking advantage of the the free public school, right? But it's super highly rated. I think it's a great thing. Two, it is a very, very safe area. So the city of Temecula and Murrieta, for that matter, are very, very safe. Over the last decade, they've been consistently in the top 100 safest cities in the country. They've been as high as the top 10, top 12, top 20, time and time again. And you can see that when you visit and you drive around. Like, it's a very safe area. It is not, there isn't like a big homeless population. There's very, very few. There's a big police presence. There's a big military presence. It's a safe area. There's not graffiti everywhere. It's well taken care of. It's well maintained. And I think that's a really important thing when you have children, right? You want it to be a safe area for them to be in. And then in addition to that, the city has so many amenities, that are so family focused. So, from parks, there's over 40 parks that are within the city limits, right? And there's several sports parks. There are several sports leagues. Like, I counted them up for the video. So there's like 3 soccer rec leagues, plus there's some private clubs as well. There's 3 baseball and softball leagues, so between the 2 of them combined, there's a football league, there's a cheer league, there's 2 basketball leagues, there's a ton of school activities. So again, that school district, that highly rated school district, each school puts on a ton of different events. So whether that's from dances or festivals or just different activities, really all throughout the year. And then the city itself, does a ton of things that are all family focused as well. So they put on, I guess family friendly is probably a better term, but from ice skating rinks to they do like a grape, they on New Year's Day, instead of like the ball dropping, they drop the grape for the New Year's Eve celebration, right? But just so many different activities that they do, and they're all these events are so geared for people of all ages, right? So everyone can enjoy it. So if you have kids, you can easily bring them, right? It's not a hassle. It's not like living in a city, like, for example, like something comes up in my family a lot. My wife lived in New York City for a long time, right? And she's always saying, hey, if we lived there and we had kids, like, we couldn't really bring them anywhere. Like, none of the activities are friendly, right? The restaurants are tight and small, and there's not really much space. They're not really friendly, and the kids it's not really accessible for children, right? There's not all these different events that we have here. So everything is pretty spaced out here. It's suburbs, so there's a little bit more space, and I think that's a huge advantage to living here. If you have kids, it's just how how geared not just the city but the community is towards people of all ages. So I think that's a huge plus. And just to hopefully give you guys some good info, I will give you a rundown of, even though the city of Temecula is a great place to live, I'll give you my favorite neighborhoods. So in my opinion, the top 5 neighborhoods to live in the city of Temecula. Number 5 is Harveston. So it's the Harveston Lake community. It's a really nice community. It's built all around a man-made lake. It's really walkable. A lot of people go there to take pictures and prom photos and all types of cool stuff. So I think it's a really nice place. Number 4 is the community up in Duluth. So that is actually on the the west side of the freeway, so kind of up in the hills. It's a very mountainous terrain, so very green, very hilly, very, very pretty, but they're all big, huge properties, so 4 or 5 acre minimum. A lot of people have 10, 20 acres up there, a lot of space. Some really cool, custom, really estates up there though. Number 3 is going to be the community of Summers Bend. So it's a really nice community. It's newer construction. They are still building new homes today. That is where I live, so probably a little bit biased, but it's nice because they're so new. All the layouts are really nice and open concept, and courts out, and all these real cool finishes. So it's very, very in style because it's new construction, right? Number 2 is going to be wine country. So that's out on the east side of the freeway. Kind of, if you take around to California, you just keep on going. So there's over 50 wineries that are here in Temecula, and the wine country is just kind of the areas surrounding where those wineries are. So again, they're big lots. They're anywhere, the smallest you'll find is maybe 2 acres, but most of them are 4 to 6 acres. Some of them are 10 acres plus, but some really cool, private estates, private lots, plenty of, custom homes out there, and some of them have some awesome views. Some of them are real flat and usable. Some of them are more geared to horse property. Some of them have vineyards on them. All types of cool stuff. So, but you definitely get some good space out there. there. And definitely the number one community in Temecula is the community of Morgan Hill. So Morgan Hill tends to be the most desirable community for people to live in. The reason being is the location. It is located in South Temecula, which tends to be the most desirable part of Temecula, especially one, it has the highest rated high school. Two, it is the shortest commute to San Diego, so it's the most furthest south-facing portion of the city. And so if you do have to make a commute to San Diego, it's really easy to jump on the freeway. You're right there, and that can be a huge time savings at rush hour traffic. And it's a really nice community. They're really nice homes. A lot of them have views and all types of cool custom lots, some really cool features. And the HOA, you get a ton for your money. So it's like a little over $100 a month. I think it's $110 per month now, and you get a ton. You get an awesome clubhouse, community pool, community spa. They do a bunch of events, and it's just a really nice place to be, and it's a very desirable neighborhood. So hopefully that's some good information for you guys. But that's my video. I know I guess I clickbaited you into talking about the best areas to live, but overall, city of Temecula is super nice. Those are some of my favorite neighborhoods. Hopefully it's good info, and hopefully talk to you soon. Thanks.